Hey, everybody, welcome to Bearded and Bigger, Banter, the sports podcast. Welcome, Trey. And welcome, Trey. You still there?
Yep, still here.
All right, didn't know if you're playing the bongo drums or what the heck was going on over there.
Just causing a little rumble. That's my bad.
All right, that's all right. Welcome, boys. Welcome to the sports podcast. We got some football to talk about. Before we get into football, I do have to, as the official Orioles podcast, congratulate our Birdland O's for making it to the playoffs. 2 consecutive seasons. They made it in October, which is, I believe, the first time in 27 years. So congrats to the Orioles.
Yeah.
I know last night wasn't a favorable game against the Yankees, but neither here nor there. We are in. There you go. The dynamic duo. I love it.
Yeah.
We are in October, and that's all you need.
I'll tell you what, though.
You just got to get in.
We limped our way into the playoffs there.
Yeah. I think you'll be surprised. I think Trent, at least I think you and I talked about it one time.
Yeah.
What?
So yeah, sound like a little kitty cat.
Me?
No, Tyler, he's
You're just saying that because of my Napster shit. I got the little Napster cat. No, I think it's going to be interesting though. I think the fact that not going to have to wait around for teams necessarily, kind of jump right into it. So I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, I think they needed to get. I mean, this has been a brutal year. I'm not making excuses for them, but brutal in the sense of injury.
Yeah.
Limping's
not a bad analogy.
Yeah, so you're getting, talk some Orioles quick. You got Westberg back. You got Urias back. You got Mountcastle finally back. You got, some of your bullpen. I think I saw Webb pitch last night back. These are, when you think about it, and then you look at the amount of starting rotation that they still won't have because of all the injuries. And then obviously the worst is losing the Mountain for this entire season. So we need Felix back for next year.
That and Grayson Rodriguez, man. Grayson Rodriguez was supposed to be quickly out and right back, and he's been out for almost 3 months. I feels like.
Is he? Did they shut him down?
I don't know. I haven't seen that anywhere.
That'd be a nice postseason addition if we got him back.
Yeah. He was our ace this year besides Burns.
But I feel like Burns is struggling big time.
Yeah.
But you got Burns. You got, if you could get Gray. I mean, Eflin has been probably our best pitcher for the past 2 months now.
Yep.
Or however long we've had him, maybe a month.
Hey, I just hope the trend continues from last year where the wild card series winners just keep on winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm banking on.
I think you will see some sort of trend with that because, well, number one, Trey, you are owed a beer from Trent officially.
Yep.
Yeah, you're welcome. About time you won one.
So Trey, I owe you 2. Trent owes you 1. You're finally on the other side of the beer.
Yeah, that's the law of averages, guys.
Yeah.
Wait, who owes him 2?
I do.
Tyler does.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Trey, now you only owe me 15 beers.
Oh, no, that's not true. I paid off my debt.
You did a little double Voodoo Ranger. You got me there.
12-pack.
It's a little heavy.
Hey, at least he went out and bought you one, Trent. Remember, he just told me to just keep his beers from March Madness.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Yeah, it doesn't count.
That kind of counts.
All right.
Those are good beers.
Nope.
Yep.
Home possession rule. You leave it in there for 2 weeks, it's automatically assumed.
He just inherits it.
Yeah, you store that in your...
I still have your White Claws from 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Just been waiting on you to come get them.
Well, good. So I have some credit for my beer bets.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
I don't drink White Claws.
I'm just kidding. Hey, let's get into college football here.
All right, yeah. Let's do that because big game last week. Well, in my opinion, big game was Tennessee, Oklahoma. I think Tennessee looks like a wagon right now. I'm not afraid to say it because right now they are ranked number 1 defensively. in college football, which is very interesting considering the fact that Heupel is known for his offense. And they all are, I mean, besides against Oklahoma, was a pretty good team. I mean, they've still been hanging up 60 points a game.
Right.
So the fact that they have the number one defense says something. I believe it was almost 20 quarters shut out without a touchdown given up.
Jeez.
Until last week when Oklahoma did score, I believe, 2 touchdowns. But, yeah, I'm pretty excited right now. Yeah, I don't know. That was my game of the week. So.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler, I agree. I think there's 4 legitimate teams. And honestly, I would say 2 that really stand out as like real contenders so far this year. To me, it's Texas and Tennessee. Just with their like quality of wins, the way they look. I mean, Texas looks unbelievable with Quinn Ewers and what they got going on. It's just, and then they have Arch Manning waiting in case anything happens too. So I mean,
well, he's played 2 weeks now in a row.
I know, and he looks good. I mean, he looks great, and it's funny because I know he can't go into the draft yet, but he's still ranked a higher prospect than Quinn Ewers for the NFL, which is crazy. But
hey, man.
Yeah, besides Texas, I mean, Georgia and Ohio State are good teams, but I think Tennessee is truly the other like top dog. I know they're ranked 5th. I think that should change. They have a tough schedule coming up, and if they can win those games,
yes, they do.
That's huge. So
I believe they have Bama and Georgia.
They do. Yeah.
So,
and I think they have. Oh no, they don't have Texas this year. Nope,
no Texas, but still Bama, Georgia. I mean,
right. And you just played Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of hoping. I mean, unless there's other games you guys want to bring up and discuss from last week, but I mean that could kind of lead us into this week's big game. Obviously, is the Alabama Georgia game, which
right.
I'm kind of interested to see how this one goes. I mean, Georgia is a powerhouse. Still, I feel like there's still a lot of questions about what the identity is of this Alabama team now post Nick Saban. 4 games in? So I'm interested to see who comes out of this one. It's the first time Alabama is a dog betting wise at home since 2007. That's 17 years
crazy.
ago.
So I'll put my 2 cents on this. This is going to be where I will hammer Georgia right now.
Ooh.
In my opinion, somebody who I think is very good at getting his team, even when they're the best in the nation 3 years in a row, correct? I mean, I know they weren't the national champion last year, but they were number 1 the majority of the year until they lost to Bama, right?
Bama, right.
in the SEC championship.
Yeah.
At Kirby Smart, you have a team that was kept out of the playoff because of this school that you're going in to play against. This Alabama team, who's pretty much it's brand new staff, brand new everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you're an underdog at home, but like, I'm sorry, I just feel like Georgia has the motivation factor. I think a lot of people are going to look at their game against was it Kentucky that they struggled.
Yeah.
So they're going to sit there and probably make the line, which I think isn't it like +1, -1 right now? I'm pretty sure I saw
-1 Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah. So like me personally, I think Georgia's going to show up for the big time game. It's a revenge game. Like hey, they kept you out of the playoff last year. You were the best team in the country last year, all year, and they kept you out to give this team a chance because of obviously Nick Saban being there last year. I think somebody knew it, and they put him in
there. Yeah,
yeah, probably big ears, whatever guy his name is. Yeah. So
big ears, whatever guy. I love that. I love that Trey knew exactly what you're talking about. I had no clue. I'm like Mickey Mouse.
Really?
Like what?
Oh boy. No, I am. I think you're gonna get. This is a steal, in my opinion. I could very well come on here next week and be like, "Wow, guys, I was way wrong." But and that's the life of sports gambling and talking sports. But I am on Georgia. -1 or money line. I got to look at the difference, but
I'm trying to find. Yeah, it is. You're right. It is -1 +1.
Yeah.
Whew. That's a toss up.
I don't think Carson Beck's that good. Don't get me wrong, but I just.
Hey man,
I think
they
he's,
love
I think
him
he's,
though.
I was gonna say I think he's not. I don't think he's that bad, Trent. He's very.
I just, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying he's bad. I just does like if my Raiders, who are very possibly going to have the first overall pick this coming year, like if they drafted him, I wouldn't be happy. As
I wouldn't either. He's not like a franchise changing quarterback, but I think he can.
I would still take Ewers over him and Shador.
I'm pretty sure. Who is number one? Is it Shador?
No.
Shador and Ewers have been thrown around.
Okay.
No, it's not Shador. That was like the talk at the beginning of the year, but I'm pretty sure it's Ewers and even Cam Ward or Jackson Dart.
That's, you know what, good transition if we're okay to talk about some teams that I think are starting to stand out.
Yeah,
Cam Ward in Miami.
Yeah,
I mean Cam Ward right now, I would say is putting together a Heisman type year.
Sure is.
So transferring in from Houston, I believe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, transferring from Houston, and I'll tell you what, he's got. I feel like it's weird because like growing up, guys, like Texas was really good. Remember the whole like we're back type deal, and that hit him in the butt. And growing up, Miami was the powerhouse for those years, you know, and then they faded after all the trouble they got in. But I think Texas is absolutely back, and Miami looks on the verge of being back. And you know what? Mario Cristobal, told you, give him a couple of years.
Yeah, they're what, ranked 7 right now. They got Virginia Tech this weekend, which
and Cam Ward came from Washington State.
That's what it was. I'm sorry, not Houston.
And originally from Incarnate Word.
Is that how you pronounce that? I totally pronounce that wrong every single time.
How do you say it?
I'm not really sure.
I say incarnate. I say incarnate.
Yeah, that's incarnate. You said incarnate word. Or
incarnate word, yeah.
That's weird.
He's got to like shorten it all up.
It's like Lancaster.
Incarcerate. Word.
It's not like that at all.
That's what the word looks like. Anyway.
No, I agree though, Chen. I do think Miami is looking pretty good. I mean, you could even make the argument that Clemson's kind of making a little comeback after their week 1 hiccup. But I mean, I don't know. There's teams that frustrate the crap out of me. And I feel like Ohio State's had just a cakewalk. I mean, I almost feel like their schedule is as easy, if not easier, than Georgia was last year.
Well,
right now, I mean, come on. You got Michigan State this weekend. Woohoo. They're going to crush them. Like, frustrating. There are a couple of games, though. I mean, besides the Alabama-Georgia game, you got Notre Dame and Louisville.
Yeah,
which could be very interesting. Right now, Louisville is actually a +7 dog on DraftKings. That'll be interesting.
Knocked them off last year.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what that total points is at. Right now, it's at over, or it's 46, and the over is a little bit higher. So
we also got
be tempted to take the under on that, but
also got Big Game James' first test of this year, I'd say.
Well, I was getting there. That's
Go ahead, Tyler.
No, go ahead. I'll let you take that one.
I'm like excited for it because it's like a first true like test for Penn State, but I'm so afraid of being let down again. And
you should be.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It's at home. It's a first big game. They're not really necessarily ranked that high, so he still has a good chance of beating them. And we're not playing away, like I said. Yeah. So,
Trey, this is going to be the second loudest atmosphere that they'll play in Illinois. I mean,
what do you mean?
Well, remember, Nebraska is the more hostile environment. Bret Bielema, head coach.
Yeah.
Illinois.
Yeah.
He said Penn State's got some noise, but not quite like Nebraska's noise.
Oh, that's stupid. He shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you know, we want and hey, Trey, you know, James Franklin wants a white out atmosphere, and it's not a white out, but it's a white out atmosphere.
What? Yeah. What is it? A 3 o'clock game?
No, 7:30.
Oh, dude. Then no, there's no that Bret Bielema's an idiot then.
All right.
Gotta
Illinois
watch, bud.
Illinois plus 18. Beer bet me.
18?
That's what
That's
the
what they're
spread
getting.
is.
I'll take it.
Whoa, I'm all over that. I'll double down.
Give
on
me
that.
minus 18.
Okay.
There's a reason. There's a reason why it's that high.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's do our little weird handshake. Fish. So awkward.
All right. Good. I feel like Tyler does beer bets against Penn State all the time, and he always loses them.
Shit, Tyler, why'd you join me then? Although
right.
Tyler, with the track record, Trey beer betting me, it's pretty lopsided.
Okay. Well, now it evens out, if anything.
With the Astros winning, every blind, even a blind squirrel finds his nut every now and then.
But here's what you got to realize too, Trey, though, is the total points right now is 48.
Yeah.
All right. And Illinois is getting 18.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It just doesn't – the math ain't math in there for me.
So let's see. What would that final score have to be? Like 31-13? No. No, 33-15? Yep, that's what it would be. 33-15.
I don't see Penn State being able to score that much.
Aller's not playing bad. I know you guys have Trent hates him and thinks he's very overrated, which he was. But the first 4 weeks, and you could say, "Oh, he's only playing so and so. He's only playing so and so," but that doesn't matter. Like, you still got to do it, and he's still putting up those numbers. So
it matters. It matters. St. Francis beat Kent State. It matters.
Okay. He also had good games besides Kent State. Trent. He's putting up 250 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Bowling Green.
They're a good MAC school.
Yeah.
They also covered against Michigan this week.
This is a Big Ten school. Bielema's got his. He's got his. I don't want to put it. Not his. His blueprint of a team is very, very similar to what he had at Wisconsin. Right. Get the big guys up front. Get ahead of the sticks. Keep it to manageable yards, and control the clock, control the time possession. And if you do that to Penn State, you might not beat Penn State, but that's where I think 18 points.
It's a lot of points.
I'll take 18 because that's two. That's more than you're going to cover with 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So look what Illinois did to him last year. It was last year they beat their butts.
I don't think you understand the impact that the defense is going to have on the game.
Okay.
Luke Altmaier is going to maybe throw 2 picks and have a fumble.
Okay.
My other thought too is the only downfall here, you could say, Trent, for the Illinois aspect of things is the game last week. Is that it was such a hyped game that they could kind of have a letdown.
Good luck going into Nebraska and then following up a Penn State both the way.
Get that,
those
but
teams.
Tyler, you also got that extra day of rest. They played.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing. I know, I'm not disagreeing.
I'm telling, and it's ugly. It's an ugly weather game.
Yeah,
and
better.
So I'm just saying. I mean,
Trey, you think ugly weather plays into Penn State's favor?
Yeah, I do. I sure do.
You're right. Because then, what's his name? Aller.
Drew Aller. Yeah.
That way, Drew doesn't throw as much. Then they probably do have a better chance.
It's kind of
Yeah, it's true. I see that. I mean, you do got 2 of the best backs in all of college football in Penn State. I'm not going to hate on that. But
what's that?
I'm not even saying Penn State's going to lose. I just think 18 points. I think it's going to be a smash mouth, fun football game to watch. I really do, because Illinois is not and I know maybe recency bias, and I'm very aware of that all the time, as you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Illinois they're a legit team in the Big Ten.
They're good, but they're not coming to Nebraska, beat them, go into Penn State, beat them, primetime games.
If they beat them, that'd be pretty damn huge too.
But I also think that I don't think they're going to cover. I don't think they understand what they're walking into.
Wow. I think the thing that sucks is that there's 2 7:30 games like that.
Why does that suck? If you have YouTube TV,
that's right.
You can watch it in multi-screen
simultaneously. Baby.
Yeah, come on! Shout out YouTube TV. Hey,
that's right.
Sponsor us.
Take some discounts off.
That'd be nice.
Oh man. Any other college games that stick out to you guys at all?
I mean, can I rattle off my picks that I have saved?
Yeah.
And I'm wagered. And it's gonna seem like, geez, dude, you really wagered that? It's 7 games total that I liked. I like Ole Miss -15.5 home Ole Miss versus Kentucky -15.5. I like Indiana home versus Maryland -7. I love Navy -3.5 at UAB. Navy smacked me in the face last week with my pick, and I am all aboard the Navy train. Or sorry, Navy boat. I guess that would be
Navy boat.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Or Navy beans.
Kind of sounds like gravy boat, which sounds delicious. Anyway,
Gravy train.
Yeah. Shoot, that's why I said Navy train. Okay.
Yeah.
See, so I was onto something. But watch out. That's the sling T offense in Navy. It's a new thing. It's pretty awesome. Oklahoma money line at Auburn. I think Hugh Freeze is just interviewing his way or press conferencing his way out of a job there. I like Duke money line at home versus North Carolina, coming off a pretty awful loss. What was it? How many $1,000 per point?
Oh,
did you guys read that?
It was 70 to 50.
Yeah, but then I'm pretty sure there was like a bonus in addition to what Carolina was paying them. It was like so many $1,000, like a touchdown or a point that Jam used. Yeah, so like, whew, that hurt. Hell, Mac Brown actually resigned to his team in the locker room, and then literally actually said, guys, after this, I'm going to step away. Blah, blah. And then the university had to release a statement and say, he was just very emotional. He'll be in the office on Sunday.
Wow.
That was weird.
Supposedly Mac Brown's known to do that, but like players obviously were like, wow, like thanks coach for everything. And the school had to get out in front of it. It is so weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Clemson, I tell you, I was with you on that. Clemson, Mr. Anti-NIL university down there, -21.5 for Stanford. Once again, I'm going to look for those, West Coast teams traveling to the East Coast.
Yeah.
I think those that can mean something. It means something in the NFL. And then last but not least, and I think it's even going to go higher. I think you're going to get about 19.5. 18.5 to 19.5. I got Illinois +18.
All right.
That's my slate,
I
man.
like him, Trent. I like him except for that last one there.
All right. It's all right. Fair enough.
So I also have Indiana. I got a -6 a couple days ago, Trent. That's probably the only college game I'm like really confident in besides the Penn State one now.
Indiana is real.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
Signetti or whatever his name is.
He's the old JMU coach, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, so I do like them. Like I said, I got them early at -6. So I know you said -7, but that's really the only one I'm like very confident in betting. I obviously like Penn State now, like I said, for the beer bet and everything. But a couple other games I'm betting on, just for like fun, kind of not too confident. Bet on Fresno State +2 against UNLV. They're having some turmoil with their starting quarterback, and I guess their running back also just stepped down.
Yes.
So I don't understand how they're still favorites in this, especially against the pretty not a good Fresno State team, but a decent team. I think Max Keen's gonna take advantage of a team that's gone through some drama and in the headlines. So I just, like I said, I don't understand how they're still favorites, losing 2 of your starting key players. But yeah. So the last game that I like, I didn't see the Ole Miss -15.5. That's a great game to bet on, and I think that line's crazy. But
I don't know.
You don't like it?
I don't. I was actually going to go with Kentucky on that just because I feel like Kentucky plays Ole Miss tough. I think Ole Miss will win. I don't know. Kentucky just has one of those things.
Yeah, I don't know, Tyler.
They can look really bad or they can surprise you, and that's why I'm like, I'm staying away from it.
Well, I don't know, man. Ole Miss looks dangerous, and I think that they got something going on there. And they've won, the lowest amount of points they've won by is like 30 some.
I have a bet in the game. I'm just staying away from the spread.
I don't know. They look electric, and I like them. But last game I like is Oklahoma State. I have them +6, but it looks like they're +5 right now. I think they bounced back. I think Kansas State took a pretty ugly loss to BYU, and I just don't see them bouncing back like Oklahoma State has the ability to. So,
all right,
another Big 12 matchup there too.
Yeah. All right. I beat you. I have 7.
I had
taking.
7.
Wow.
I thought you said you had 6.
No, I had 7.
No.
You guys are wild.
I got Minnesota +10. That's, and if you guys checked out that total points in that, it's like 36. So I think Minnesota getting 10 points is it's a lot. The Ole Miss Kentucky game that I told you I'm sitting away from the spread. Right now, I have Ole Miss over 31.5 points team total. So that's my bet. It's not very good odds. It's like -160, but it is what it is. I know 31.5 -160. I'm like, sheesh. Louisville Notre Dame taking under 46. I got Georgia money line. I have the Illinois +18. I'm taking SMU -6.5 against Florida State. And then I'll throw this in my parlay for the week because it's been a pretty consistent one for me. Texas Tech money line against Cincinnati. So I'm done with Coastal Carolina. In case you guys are wondering, I know I made that comment about 2 weeks ago. They have lost the last 2 weeks, so I'm done.
Are they blacklisted?
No, I'm just not putting them in my parlays anymore because they screw me over every time. So, and I even take alternates, and I'm not even covering those. So, yeah, we're done. I'm done with Coastal Carolina at this point in time. Now, once I do that, then they'll start to blow teams out, and I'll get confident again. And it's the cycle of life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Texas Tech money line has been pretty consistent for me. So, depending on odds, I may even make that my official pick on Saturday. So, just because I've liked it. And right now, I think odds are -166 here on DraftKings. So, not great odds, but pair it with something else. See what you can do.
Yeah.
Pick a two-leg parlay.
That's right.
Or something, But yeah, that's my college bets. So I feel like, man, dude, I make so many bets on college football.
Absolutely.
And I make them on 4 different books, and I'm like, I lose track.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where the hell am I looking? Oh, I bet that. Oh, whoops, I bet that game twice. Oh,
if you use that pick in sports, it does keep it all organized, which is nice. But
it's all over the place. I think I tripled down on Tennessee last week.
Yeah,
thankfully, it hit. I was like, all right, it's good.
I know we keep saying it, but I do like college football more and more every week that I watch it compared to the NFL. It's just, I think it's more of a truer game of football nowadays.
Yes.
It's just all around a better product too. It's more entertaining. The game's like, I don't know. It just seems like true football, but
yeah.
It's not over officiated.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it is. Still hate targeting, but agreed.
Yeah.
I agree 100% with that trend. And there was one other thing I just wanted to kind of touch on, and we don't have to get into it because that could be a whole episode, is just how much this NIL redshirt stuff with UNLV's quarterback and then the running back and then the guy from USC is doing it now. And I'm telling you right now, and it's gonna work its way up into the NFL. You're gonna see a lot more drama with contracts. I know, I think Trent, you always say like contracts don't mean a damn because everybody's like, oh yeah, hey, I want this now, and then I'm just gonna hold out and sit in and do this. You're gonna see more of it because these guys are getting major money in college, and then they're gonna be like, well, why am I not getting this money now? It's a very interesting Pandora's box scenario.
So, Todd, I would kind of flip the way that you said it about it going to creep up to the NFL. I actually think what's going to happen is what goes on the NFL is going to come back down to college. You're going to have contracts. You're going to have agents, and you're going to have contracts here soon, because the fact that you sit there and told this kid that you're going to pay him however many thousands of dollars a month or whatnot, he claimed $100,000 and he got three. So it's like, so who's going to manage that from now on? You're going to have the agents and you're going to have contracts. And you know what? I don't care. Like, I'm not up in arms about it. I'm not going to sit there and say you're ruining the game and blah, blah, blah. And sorry, it's what everyone asked for, right? Everyone asked for to let the guys make money.
Yeah.
Right. Let them make money. So here we go. But now it's the stupid NCAA that realized, oh, maybe we should have some sort of management in place, right?
Some sort of rules. Yeah.
Well, total dumbasses. So, one of the most corrupt organizations in the entire world of anything, right, is the NCAA. They let them screw up, and they will. But I don't care. Good for the kid. You're gonna sit there and guarantee me money, and then you don't do it. Good for the kid. Go away.
So I will say this: the one way that I think it's going to be combated is another big news story in the professional sports world is I think teams are going to hire people like almost like a new position or make it more prominent, like general managers of college teams.
Yeah,
they already did start that.
I know. Look at Woj; he's leaving his NBA insider job to be St. Bonaventure's GM and manage NIL deals and everything like that, promotions and
St. Bonaventure's.
Yeah, that's his alma mater.
Okay,
but
the Bonnies.
I just think that was like a very
also Mr. Daniewicz.
Yeah. Wow.
So, shout out, Mr. Daniewicz.
Wow.
What?
College prep science teacher. No, so I do think that that type of position, I know like they've already started, but I think it's going to be more prominent and more important. And you might see, I mean, dude, this is going to start a pipeline of GMs for professional sports teams too. Like, hey, he did a really good job at managing Nebraska's football team as their GM. Had so many people on NIL deals, like that kind of stuff. And he got this guy drafted that probably didn't deserve it. Like, it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out in the next couple of years. But I think you're right.
Go ahead.
No, I think Trent's right. Yeah, you're going to see what's going on in the NFL kind of slowly but surely work its way down to this level. And
can I tell you what I'm concerned about though? And this is kind of what I mean by things going up as opposed to necessarily coming down. What I'm concerned about is that the NFL is going to do away with their salary cap, like the NBA, like the MLB, and that scares me because then you're gonna get super teams. Who has the most money? Who can pay the most guys? That's my big concern, and I guess that could still happen, even if there is the trickle down aspect of the GM, and agents and stuff. But what scares me is I hope, and I know we always joke that the salary cap doesn't exist, but it does kind of exist in a way. You know what I mean? Like if you look at baseball, if you look, obviously your top teams are always going to be your top teams because you got the people with the most money. Same thing in the NBA is you can just pay guys whatever, oh, we're going to veto this. They don't, besides that one with Chris Paul. That's my concern is that all of a sudden you're going to start to get salary cap free NFL teams. But.
Yeah. And you're right. We say it doesn't exist. It does in a way, but it also doesn't. Like, I don't, I think you can't.
There's loopholes.
Yes, but there isn't a way you can't pay a guy more than what you're agreeing to pay him. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah.
So like, if anything, it's more beneficial to the teams nowadays as to how the salary caps run because they can just kick it down the road years and years. Oh, it's now a sign-on bonus instead. So that I think right now the cap isn't existent for like the teams, but for the players it does exist because whatever they agree on is the max, the very tippy top that they're ever going to get. You know what I mean? It's not like they can make more than that. Very tippy top.
Tippy top.
Tippy top.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
tippy top off.
I hope they don't do that because, like you said, then the Patriots, the Chiefs, all these teams are just gonna
Cowboys.
The rich franchises. So the Packers don't have that. We're a freaking small hometown team. So I hope they don't do it with the cap.
All right. Well, that kind of helps us transition here to NFL. I think Trey, you made a good point, man. No, Trent, I don't remember who said about college football first, but the product, I mean, of NFL right now just kind of stinks.
Yeah, it does.
Like people are watching and I keep reading, viewership's up, viewership. Well, yeah, because you're making everybody buy 17 different streaming services to watch all the damn games.
Yeah.
Also,
no matter how bad the product is and how frustrating it is, half the time I'm gonna watch it. Like
we all watch it.
I look forward to it every week, even Thursday and Monday nights. It's just they have a monopoly. Yeah, it is frustrating. You're right, but
and injuries, man. The injuries right now is insane. They're just insane. Like,
look at Thursday night. Michael Parsons.
Yeah. Did he not come back in?
Yeah, he did.
He's out, but
I think he came back, Trent.
Yeah.
No, because it just happened. So,
anyway. Just now.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
look
pretty walking.
Oh yeah. Just now last night.
Yeah, I'm trying to you always criticize for talking about Thursday. You guys were like, nah, but yeah, it's product's bad, lots of injuries, and it's also kind of like it goes back to the money thing. If there's any sort of little bump, bruise, they're going to sit out. They're worth too much money. Over officiating is the issue, but like we said, guys, we're going to watch it. It is a monopoly, and you can't get past it. But I would like to just kind of start, after we're how many weeks in? 3.
Yeah.
We have some big movers in the power rankings this week, released by Fox NFL. I don't know if you guys want me to rattle a couple of these teams off. So the biggest mover overall, there's 2 teams. One, the biggest mover, 10 spots up, was the Washington Commanders. Now they're still ranked 18th overall.
Beat the Bengals. Like, come on.
Well, okay. Well, yeah, you say that. But the Washington Commanders moved up 10 spots. So they were at 28th. They're now 18th. Some of the other biggest movers in terms of moving up, you have the Giants, who moved up 5 spots to 26th overall. And the Packers moved up. Vikings moved up 6 spots to 11 overall. And the Packers moved up 4 spots to 7 overall.
Wow.
So, and then a lot of other teams moved up to about like 3 spots, or a good amount. The biggest teams that were trending downwards, the team that moved down the most were the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
They moved down 7 spots to 13th. Browns moved down 5. They're now 20th. And then Dolphins moved down 6th to 28th. And the good old Raiders moved 5 spots down to 30th. So, yes, the Panthers are up in front of the Raiders, Patriots, and Titans in the power rankings.
Jeez.
I will say
that's the stupidest thing.
Yeah, that is stupid.
My one big issue with the power rankings right now.
Steelers, where are the Steelers at?
They're 14th, but it's actually the Bengals still being 15th overall, and they have yet to win a game.
They're 15th overall with 0-3.
Yes, they're in front of the Cowboys, the Rams, Commanders, Falcons, Cardinals, Chargers, Bears, Broncos, and we can keep going. So,
wow, that's absurd.
But in all honesty, would any of those teams, maybe the Chargers when they're fully healthy, but like I would take the Bengals over any of those teams you just named. Over the Bears, absolutely.
Well, I think aren't we going to see that this week? Don't the Bears and Bengals play?
No, Bears play the Rams.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's right. Well, I don't know, Trey. I mean, I have. You would think you'd say the same thing about the Bengals beating the Patriots when they're at home versus the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're playing well right now, but I wouldn't say that I would take any of those teams and rank them ahead of the Bengals anyway, just solely off of the Bengals roster. Yeah. It's 3 games. Maybe they just had a very bad stretch to start their season.
Every year.
And then they always are threatening the playoffs.
So, Trey, are you willing to say that the Bengals are going to make the playoffs this year? Willing to beer bet it?
No way, Trey. That'd be dumb.
I don't want to beer bet
There's
it, but
so
Why?
much uncertainty.
I bet you on the Astros when they were super down.
I mean, I think they're going to win and cover this week. I do.
That's not my beer bet.
But I don't know. I'd have to sit down and actually watch a full game of theirs.
So now what he's going to do is he's going to wait till they get to back to like 500. And then he's going to be like, come on, Trent, meow, meow. And then he's going to call me a little
This is very rich coming from probably
the
worst person at this.
I put that Astros bet out, and they would have lost, but I put that Astros bet out.
Yeah, when they were still 18 games back.
You waited like a whole month, but anyway,
they're still 18 games back.
It's cool, man. It's cool. But biggest disappointment, Bengals for me, by far. I'm a little shocked by the Steelers. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, do you kick yourselves as the Chicago Bears saying,
No.
"Oh man, we probably could have had like Justin Fields, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Joe Alt all on the same team"?
No, I don't think that.
You wouldn't take that over what they have right now?
Trent, so you have to it's such a different, like, it's not that like cut and dry, I don't think. So I think the Steelers roster makeup is so much different than the Bears. The Bears need a quarterback that can win them a game and like put up amazing numbers to win those games.
The Bears need a coach.
And that too, and a coach and a system that's consistent with how he plays and what's going to maximize his potential. Justin Fields in that system was not that guy at all. But when you put him on a team like the Steelers, where all he has to do is throw for 150 yards and a touchdown and run for 60 yards and a touchdown and win a game, 21-10, like that's all that needs to happen.
The defense helps.
Exactly. That's exactly it, Tyler. You don't make mistakes and you manage drives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what he's doing. And for the Bears, you don't have that luxury of doing that because you actually have to do something because your defense isn't that good.
Right. Hey, by the way, the NFL product may have just got a lot worse. So Parsons went out and Neighbors went out.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez. Jesus, right. Holy cow.
Yeah.
This is like the movie The Replacements.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
There's no one on the Giants I want to watch that.
Major names just out. I mean, probably the other breaking news was Tyler, your boy over there, and
don't because there was newer reports out that Shanahan came out and said that let's not read too much into the reports out from this Germany report or whatever. He said we're going to test it sooner than later. You know, don't think months and months and months kind of thing. So we'll see.
My thing is you don't go to Germany for a routine injury. I'll tell you that.
Well, one thing I want to, on the topic of the Niners, to give a little bit of a compliment is I will say I think it was a good opportunity. I know they didn't get the win, but Brock Purdy without him, McCaffrey, without Debo, without Kittle, he played a damn good game. He looked legit without his quote unquote, as Trey likes to state, his all-star team. Just to let you know, since week 14 of 2022, the leader in games, Trey last week said QBR is the most important stat. I just listened to the episode again tonight.
Yeah.
Most important stat, the quarterback with most games of a QBR of 110 or more. No one's really close, but that's Brock Purdy with 15. Yeah. When you compare him to some of the big names in the league, Lamar Jackson only has 6. Patrick Mahomes only has 4. Josh Allen only has 4. Hurts only has 4. So you got to give or take something here, Trey. The guy is not. I know you say system, but obviously Packers. I texted you about Packers must have a pretty good system too with the way
I
Malik
said
Willis
that to you
is playing.
actually.
Go back and read.
No, I said maybe Jordan loves a system quarterback as a joke.
I got you. I'll send it back to you because
Okay.
I said it to stir the pot. Yep.
No.
But I'm just saying that you got to give him credit.
I mean, yeah, he knows that system very well, and I'll give him that. He's very good at it, and he thrives in it. And I think that role that he's playing is interchangeable with a lot of quarterbacks you could put there.
Maybe Love. That's for me. I'm in the blue.
Whoa, Trent, you want to get that picture out?
What? No, I'm looking.
Take that picture away. Just
What
kidding.
is it?
I'm just kidding.
Oh. I'm like, that's me saying maybe Love is just a system guy.
No, scroll down.
With how good Willis is playing. Laugh out loud. My next text before any response. I'm picturing the anger from Trey right now.
What did I say?
And then Tyler sent laughing faces, and then Trey, you went on a little bit of a spree. He could be. You're right. It's only year 2. LaFleur knows how to use his guys. Same with Shanahan. But okay. I told you, I'm the one that said Love system guy?
And I completely. It's very well could be. No, I said he could be. It's too early to tell. Hold on one second.
Okay, that's pretty cool. He's got to leave. That's how flustered he is that I just had to prove him wrong there.
No, what I'm flustered about?
What's that, bud?
Losing another NFL bet by 0.5 point.
Really? What'd you take tonight?
My bet was 23.5.
Oh, you missed it.
Shanked it anyway.
Oh, that was wow. The books needed the Giants to cover.
5.
He pushed that on 1,000.
He hasn't missed.
This is the kicking god this year. Dude. Come on. Tell me. Come on.
Wow. He knows what he did.
Absolutely he does. I hope the Giants come down and win the game.
It is a 51-yarder.
First miss from 50-plus yards in career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a little shady.
Ooh, so those of you watching, they flaunt the script. Sorry, listening or watching. They flaunt the script in front of us too many times.
All right, got some bets this week.
Yep. Who's got
let me rattle mine off first this time.
Go.
All right. Trey, maybe you can give me insight here first before I make any pick. Who's starting for the Packers?
They haven't announced it, but I would assume it's going to be Jordan Love. I would hope so.
You think Jordan Love's going to start this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
He practiced all last week and this week.
I mean, right now I have Vikings +3. I mean, it's just hard to pick against Minnesota right now, but I know it's in Green Bay. That could change. I'm not officially making that yet, but I have that as a bet to watch. But other 3 bets I do have, I have the Texans -6.5 against Jacksonville. I got the Bills +2.5 at the Ravens. And then I got the Titans money line at the Dolphins. So I think the Dolphins are really bad. And I don't care who you put in a quarterback. I think they're terrible. So
yeah, I like those bets. I think the Titans do get their first win this week. I think a lot of people don't think that. The Vikings bet is just way too fishy. Even if Jordan Love is playing, that's too fishy to me. It makes no sense. So I think that's why I believe the Packers are going to cover, to be honest with you. They just know for some reason.
Right. That's why I'm asking. Like, you're right. It is a fishy line.
Yeah. But in my general theme for the week is just betting favorites. I think chalk wins big. Last week was a crazy NFL week in terms of parity and upsets and just games that didn't make any sense. So my first bet, I like the Jets -7. I think this is the true revenge game for Nathaniel Hackett against Sean Payton because now he has a weapon in Aaron Rodgers where he can really lay one on him. And I think Rodgers is going to intend to do that and try to do that for his coach that he likes. And it's at it's in New York as well, or I'm sorry, New Jersey as well. Next game I like is the Texans -6. I think they bounce back. I thought last week there was a stupid line. I thought the Texans would have easily covered that, but Brian Flores knows what he's doing. He can trick quarterbacks apparently, and it's wild, making Brock Purdy and CJ Stroud back-to-back weeks look confused and like they don't know how to play the position. Yeah. So I do like the Texans this week, though, bouncing back from that. I think they got the Jaguars, I believe. I still, it blows my mind that Doug Peterson still has a job.
Well, hold that thought, because we're going to talk about that before we end.
Oh my God, it's so frustrating. Like, he won one Super Bowl.
Is he the problem? Is he the problem?
He is the problem.
Well, and I don't think Trevor Lawrence we'll get into it.
Okay. And my last bet in the NFL is Bucks +3. I think the Eagles got a lot of issues. I think that the fact that they're 2-1 is a blessing for them. I think Sirianni is losing the locker room and his team more and more and more every single day. And even last week when Jalen Carter was like talking to the fans after the game, like Sirianni was like scolding him, making faces at him, it was cringy to watch, and I cannot stand him. And the sooner he's gone, the more I'll like the Eagles, because I think he's a bad coach and I don't like him as a person either. So, and I don't think they're playing well as a team. I don't know what's going on with AJ Brown. Anyone know? Is he just not playing for the Eagles anymore? Or?
Hamstring?
I know, but like what?
They're missing him and Devontae Smith this week.
Well, Smith, yeah, that was hard to watch, but yeah. But AJ just, I feel like he just doesn't want to play. He just decides that he doesn't want to play for weeks on end, and it's okay.
Pretty much.
Wild.
All right,
Trent.
Trent, who you got?
Yeah, so I'd first like to preface before we make these picks that first 3 weeks, the biggest favorite each week has actually lost outright. So Bengals week 1, they lost. Ravens week 2, they lost. And then Bengals again, week 3, biggest favorite, they lost.
It's the Niners this week.
That's not good because it's Niners -10.
No, I was going to make the comment. I'd probably at least take the Patriots +10.5.
Yeah, that could be a little dangerous. But, so I wanted to put that out there first. A little interesting stat. I am on, it's kind of like your lines where I see the Vikings +3. If you get the Vikings +3 and Jordan Love's not playing, I'm taking it hands down. I do like the Jets -7 versus the Broncos. I do believe Aaron Rodgers is going to prove a point, because this year he gets to play against Sean Payton after what Sean Payton said about his buddy, his OC.
That's exactly what I said.
So, yeah, I do agree with that, Trey. Philadelphia without their big weapons on the outside. I love Buccaneers. Love Bucks. You got them +3. I'm only seeing +2, +2.5.
I see +1.5. So
wow. So I like Steelers money line versus the Colts. Just gonna sit there and say that if that defense has caused enough trouble, some big time quarterbacks, they're gonna make Richardson look like a scared puppy. The game that I think has a little bit of a storyline, I'm actually very anxious to watch, is Commanders +3.5 at the Cardinals. A little revenge game for Cliff Kingsbury, who had to deal with the little whiny Kyler Murray, who I actually like Kyler Murray, but I thought he was a little whiny and did some things I didn't like when Cliff Kingsbury was there. Plus, like last week, like those guys were taking shots at Kingsbury, and Jaden Daniels calling it a college offense, and this is a man's league, and then they go out and do what they did last week. I thought that was awesome to get that win. I love the Chiefs. Getting -7 at the Chargers. I don't think Herbert's going to play, and if he does play, God bless him, because Spagnuolo is going to bring the heat on him like he always does to everybody, and he's got a high ankle sprain, very limited mobility. So great chance there. And then I also like the Lions at home, debuting their all black jerseys and helmets. I think they just go through the kneecaps of the Seahawks. bite them, actually, to be specific. And I think they're gonna handle the Seahawks. So my teaser for the week.
Hmm.
I was a little disappointed in ESPN bet. They wouldn't give me my 6.5, so I had to take 6. Don't know why. But probably because we're just getting too much money from our teasers. Vikings +9. Jets. This is one that, Trey, you're gonna hate. Jets -1. Steelers +4.5. Lions +2.5. See, if I would have got that extra half, I would really like to get the Lions with a field goal. But anyway, that's my teaser. Comes out to be +222 on the odds. So
yeah, I don't have my teaser made up yet, but I won the first 2 weeks on 5-leg teasers, and last week I put another 5-legger out, and I would have won, except the Chargers didn't cover 9.5. They lost by 10. How disappointing!
Yeah,
very.
All right. So listen, I did put something together. Maybe you guys have other coaches to kind of look at for this, but I have 4 names here. In terms, actually, I lied. 5 names, coaches, and who you think may be the first to get fired.
Wow.
All right. So I got, you ready? Like I said, 5 names. Doug Peterson from Jacksonville. Eberflus from Chicago. Shane Steichen from the Colts. Mike McCarthy from the Cowboys. Or Zach Taylor from the Bengals.
Who's one before Zach Taylor?
Shane's Mike McCarthy, Dallas.
I don't think he's in any danger. Just because if he would have I feel like it would have been the last 2 seasons. For some reason, Jerry Jones is very loyal to him. I don't know why, but
just wait till they bring in Deion Sanders and
no way.
Shador Sanders at quarterback. And
okay, I'll start. Robert Saleh, New York Jets. Just kidding.
Stupid.
Just kidding. I mean, I think the obvious answer for me is going to be the one that Trey's going to jump on is Doug Peterson, but I just feel like them doing that is, especially in the middle of the season, is probably going to hinder Trevor Lawrence even more. I think Trevor Lawrence has to move on in order to save his career, because I think he's going to just
get
burn.
Paid a boatload of money, dude.
I know, but it's
a boatload of money.
It's all based on his reputation in college. And don't get me wrong, he was a stud in college, but this ain't college anymore. You don't got Dabo there calling your plays. So,
yeah, obviously I'm very passionate about Doug Peterson losing his job. That sounds awful, but he doesn't deserve it. That sounded really bad. I do think that the first coach, though, to go, man, I want to say it's going to be Steichen. I do. Or Tyler, one that you didn't bring up, Dable. I think he might be on the hot seat here pretty soon.
Maybe.
I don't know. What about you? Who do you think?
I think Eberflus goes.
Okay.
I think that he was so close last year that they're not going to take a bunch of this shit much longer. I mean, because you're going to get prima donna Caleb Williams, and I don't think that they want to make him sad and cry. So I think, yeah. So I think they'll get rid of Eberflus. I don't know what they'll do after that. I mean, I feel like that's just, I don't know. I just feel like that's been the Bears cycle the last couple of years. It's like you keep hiring guys and firing guys and getting the first quarterback, and then he sucks, and then you fire a coach, and then quarterback sucks forever again, and then you get rid of the quarterback, and then it's like this cycle. It's like, holy crap, like how often can you be that bad?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say the Bears. I think Steichen's up there too. but it's the same thing is I feel like they think that there's a lot of talent in Anthony Richardson, which he is talented, but how much losing are you going to take? You mean you had Jonathan Taylor was the top running back, 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing? Like your team's not that bad.
Michael Pittman's not bad. They got a good offensive line.
Defense hasn't been bad. Like I don't understand what the hell's going on with the Colts. Yeah. I think his name's gonna start to be talked about. I mean, I know he's had teams with injuries, but like Zach Taylor sucks in the beginning of the year. Like he sucks. And I feel like kind of like I had mentioned about, Mike McDaniel with the Dolphins, like your little shtick of sucking in the beginning of the year is going to wear out pretty quickly. Like teams don't win. Like, and if you're like, well, it's fine. Like we'll win. We're going to win. And hey, but like, let's win. Let's win a little bit in September. Like, let's not go 0-3.
Put themselves behind the 8 ball and
every freaking year. I mean, at least the last 3 years. Like, and what the hell is Joe Burrow doing? Like, you try, they make him out to be this star quarterback, and I think he is a good quarterback. All right, but at this point in time, he's no better than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Your product out there on the field. I mean, again, it's sometimes the best ability is availability, and he is never available. And that's just my opinion.
One of my favorite statistics is if you lose your first Super Bowl appearance, you never make it back.
Yeah.
There's only been 2 people.
Yeah, I know.
John Elway and Brian. No. Kelly. Jim Kelly.
Brian Kelly. Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. But yeah, I think Eberflus goes probably by week 7.
And he should.
I don't think they win a game until he's gone. Maybe not after that either. But we'll see. All right. Anything else here on this beautiful end of September weekend?
It's crazy, guys. We're coming to the end of the first marking period of the NFL season.
Yep.
Oh.
Gosh.
Jeez, talking school there. I was like, wait.
I know. I thought you guys would really,
What are grades due, by the way?
Oh, yeah. Went 9-1, or I'm sorry, 0-4 last week, so I'm 9-8-1 now overall.
It's a very big difference from 9-1.
9-4. I was 9-4 last week, and then I lost all 4. It's awful.
What's the saying, Ty, again? The percentages or something?
Law of averages.
Law of averages. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Always evens out.
NFL's been tough, man. I got to find a niche. I thought I had a niche with team totals. That came back to screw me in the Cowboys game. So, whew.
Oh,
anytime touchdown scores are always fun for me.
Yes.
Yeah, I love those too. But holy hell, NFL is tough right now.
It's gambling, man. It's not easy.
I'm doing all right in college football, but like I do think it's the referee X factors.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people and things that can dictate the outcomes of the NFL games.
They can end a drive or continue a drive with one call.
Which honestly, there is one thing that really pisses me off. The one thing that pisses me off, especially, and this is just kind of in football, actually mostly NFL, is how many defensive penalties become automatic first downs.
Yeah.
Okay. What I think there needs to be is that there needs to be as many of the defensive automatic first downs as there's holding, there's legal contact, there's pass interferences, there's all these other, shitty little penalties that they can just throw. All right. There needs to be more than just 1 or 2 penalties that are a loss of down for the offense.
Yeah, I think especially with like holding or I don't know, you could make it 5 yards loss of down instead of 10 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's what 5 yards. It's 5 yards on defense and first down.
Yeah, so make it 2nd and 15 instead of 1st and 20.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. I hate how many automatic first downs because you can literally throw a flag and it's like, oh, yep,
every single play. Yep.
But like the only one that I think there's 2, But the only one I can think of that's a loss of down is definitely intentional grounding.
Yeah.
Yep. It might is ineligible downfield loss down?
No.
Okay. There's another one, I think. But yeah, that's just my gripe. Defensive
I like
guy,
it.
so.
It's very true, though. All right, fellas.
Killers. All right. Well, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the last weekend of September.
Wow.
Yep.
Flew by.
And,
Let's go to the Illini. Cover 18.
Wow. That
What?
is so messed up.
Dude, right in your face, Trey.
I just want to. I just want to
to
cover. I want to cover. I don't want
Whatever.
Penn State to lose. I want to cover.
Wow.
Disgusting.
All right. Have a good weekend. See you guys.
Peace, guys.